everyone, I am Rain Vianney Eslagmay from BSIE 4A and one of the member of the group. We are the Group 1 and for today's video, we will discuss about the Unit 1, the introduction to the course, the Republic Act 1425, or that's what we call Rizal Law, from the subject of life and works of Rizal. First, we discuss about the overview of the course, or the overview of the unit. This unit will give you centered thoughts about the Republic Act 1425, or that's what we call the Rizal Law, which enacts the incorporation of the life and works of Rizal within the educational program of schools, colleges, universities, aims to instill the standards of freedom and patriotism and to honor the national legend of nationalist Dr. Jose Rizal. Okay, about sa overview ng Unit 1 or the Republic Act 1425, this is about the Rizal Law or the Republic Act that mandates to include the curricula of all public and private schools, colleges and universities, courses on the life, works, and writings of our national hero Rizal, especially his two novels, Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo. Here in Republic Act 1425, or that's what we call Rizal Law, nagsimula ang pagsama ng mga writings, ng mga novels, ng mga works ni Rizal sa lahat ng eskwelahan dito sa Pilipinas. Mapa-private, mapa-public schools, universities, and especially elementaries. Next, we have Senator Claro M. Recto. Sino nga ba si Senator Claro M. Recto? The chief proponent of the Rizal Bill, the fundamental defender of the Rizal Bill, was even named as a socialist and an enemy of Catholicism. Okay, Senator Claro M. Recto was the main proponent of the Rizal Bill or Rizal Law. He sought to sponsor the bill at Congress. However, this was met with stiff opposition from the Catholic Church. During the 1955 Senate election, the Church charged Recto with being a communist and an anti-Catholic. After Recto's election, the Church continued to oppose the bill or the Rizal Law mandating the reading of Rizal's novels, the Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, claiming it would violate freedom of conscience and religion. After the election or pagkatapos ng halalan ni Claro M. Recto that day, patuloy or continuous na tinututulan ng simbahan ang panukalang batas or the Republic Act na nag-uutos na basahin ang mga novels ni Rizal na Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, na sinasabi nila na lalabag ito sa kalayaan ng budhi at religion.
The mandatory Rizal subject in the Philippines was the upshot of this bill, which later became a law in 1956. The bill involves mandating educational institutions in the country to offer a course on the hero's life, works, and writing, especially the Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo. The first section of the law concerns in the mandating the students to read Rizal's novels. According to the Republic Act No. 1425 Rizal Law Section 1, courses on the life, works, and writing of Jose Rizal, particularly his novels Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, shall be included in the curricula of all schools, colleges, and universities, public or private school. Based from the Section 2, it shall be obligatory on all schools, colleges, and universities to keep in their libraries an adequate number of copies of the original and unexpurgated edition of Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, as well as Rizal's other work and biography. The said unexpurgated edition of Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, on their translation in English, as well as other writings of Rizal, shall be included in the list of approved books for required reading in all public or private schools, colleges, and universities. The chairman of the Committee on Education is Jose P. Laurel, and he supported the measure. Its goals was to scatter the thoughts and standards of Jose Rizal through his books No Limitangre and El Filibusterismo. The co-author of the law has explained that since Jose Rizal was the founder of the country's nationalism and had significantly contributed to the current condition of the nation, it is only right that Filipinos, especially the youth, know about and learn to imbibe the high ideals for which the hero died.
And now we will start to the motivation behind Republic Act 1425, the Rizal Law, also known as RA 1425, mandates the study of Rizal life and works. As shown in section, this Republic Act calls for an increased sense of nationalism from the Filipinos during a time of a dwindling Filipino identity. First, to dedicate the lives of youth to the beliefs of opportunity and patriotism for which our heroes live. Next, to pay tribute to our national legend for giving his life and works in molding the Filipino characters. And last, to increase arousing wellspring of nationalism through an incredible investigation, works, and compassions. This republic reminds that young people like us that no matter how much time has passed, the lives or the lives of heroes must be revisited. Also, one of the motivation in this republic is to show that we as Filipinos should pay tribute to the national legend who gave his life especially and he is our fellow Filipino. And the last is that republic will show a vigorous nationalism and we should be proud of our own nationalism. Dahil sabi nga, sa huli, tayong mga Pilipino ang magtutulong-tulungan din at walang iba pa.
My name is John Ivan de la Cruz and now, let's talk about the historical timeline of Republic Act 1425. So, during the 1950s, one of the prominent recommendation during the 1950s was Jose Lansang's proposition to make a common patriot program for building the country. And then, in April 3, 1956, Committee on Education filed Senate Bill number 438, which was then supported only by 3 members of the upper house. The Committee on Education, Senator Claro M. Recto, filed the Senate Bill number 438, which became the original Rizal Bill, recognizing the need to instill heroism among the youth at the time when the country was experiencing social turmoil. So, ibig sabihin, nung panahon pala niyo, nung naipile yung Senate Bill number 438, ay merong kaguluhan sa ating bansa. Ngayon, ito yung nagsusulong na ituro sa mga kabataan o sa estudyante kung ano nga ba yung naging trabaho o buhay ni Rizal nung siya ay nabubuhay pa. At kung paano ito nakatulong sa ating bansa. In April 17, 1956, the Catholic component declared that the bill was an endeavor to ruin the religion and that it disregards strict opportunity. As per them, the bill hurts the estimations of the Catholic faith, particularly the 2 books that Jose Rizal composed. So, after Recto's election, the church continued to oppose the bill, mandating the reading of Rizal's novels No Limitangre and El Filibusterismo, claiming it would violate freedom of conscience and religion. So bakit nga ba o bakit nga kaya tutol yung simbahan sa bill na ito. In 1886, Rizal studied medicine at the University of Heidelberg and wrote his classic novel Noli Me Tangere, which condemned the Catholic Church in the Philippines for its promotion of Spanish colonialism. So kaya naman pala tutol yung simbahan sa bill na isinusulong dahil sa sinulat ni Jose Rizal na Noli Me Tangere, pinopromote pala nito ang Spanish colonialism. April 19, 1956, the conflict reached the House of Representatives when Congressman Jacobo Z. Gonzales proposed House Bill number 556, which was very similar to Senate Bill 438. So dito na nga nagsimula yung debate sa Senate Bill. So kinilala sina Senador Mariano J. Cuenco, Francisco Rodrigo at Decoroso Rosales bilang masugid na Katoliko na tumututol sa nasabing bill. Samantalang sinasabi naman ng Katoliko, ng simbahang Katoliko, na ang dalawang nobela ay naglalaman ng mga balitang kalaban sa paniniwala ng kanilang pananampalataya at kasama ang paglabag sa kalayaan sa relihiyon. So, dahil dito, iginit naman ni Senador Recto na ang tanging layunin ng panukalang batas ay pagyamanin ang higit na pagpapahalaga sa panahon ni Rizal at sa papel ginampanan niya sa paglaban sa paniniil ng mga Espanyol sa bansang ito.
Hi, I'm J. Green. Let's continue the discussion about the historical timeline of Republic Act 1425, or also known as Rizal Law. On April 23, 1956, the discussion on Senate Bill 438 started. Representative Claro M. Recto upheld Senator Laurie's bill, contending that the goal of the bill is just to value Rizal's job in fighting the Spanish oppression. Senator Laurel was supported by prestige and ardent nationalist Senator Claro Recto. During the debate, their main argument is mainly the state can command private and public schools to require the reading of the two novels of Dr. Jose Rizal, the Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo. On May 2, 1956, the report of the Committee on Education suggested or endorsement without revision. On this day, the Committee on Education issued a report recommending approval without the amendment process. The debate also centered on the measure's constitutional grounds and properties. This state battle drew more attention to the public. On May 9, 1956, debates in the Senate gained more public and media attention, and there almost was a peace fight on the floor in the upper chamber. The date when the debate began and the controversy took a new and not entirely unexpected turn as new vision for final resolution of conflict arises. This occurred when Senator Laurel, noticing the pointlessness of further debate on the subject matter, ensured to propose amendments by substitution with his own name. On May 12, 1956, the amendment of the bill was approved in its second reading. This amendment proposed by Senator Laurel. The Republic Act was signed by the President Ramon Magsaysay. From the notes preceding, the body of the document was originally proposed in the legislative arm of the Philippine Republic, in the Senate and House of Representatives.
On May 14, 1956, President Elpidio Quirino declined to guarantee the measure's promptness. With only a few days until the Congress adjourns for the year, the Constitution requires printed duplicates to be distributed to Congressmen 3 days before its final endorsement. On May 17, 1956, on the same day, the Senate bill was approved on third reading with 23 votes in favor. Senator Briones was absent, and the House bill was approved on third reading with 71 votes in favor, 6 against, 2 abstained, and 17 were absent. On June 12, 1956, Jose Rizal's pivotal role in achieving national independence resulted in the passage of Republic Act 1425 on June 12, 1956. Senator Clara M. Recto sponsored what became known as the Rizal Act. It requires private and public schools and colleges and university courses to include Jose Rizal's life, works, and writings, particularly his novels Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, in order to educate students about the concept of nationalism.
So, we are here to discuss the other Rizal laws. Memorandum Order Number 247, the former President Fidel V. Ramos, coordinated the BECS, or Department of Education, Culture and Sports Secretary, and Commission on Higher Education, Chairman, to entirely execute the Republic Act 1425 because there had been reports that the law had still not thoroughly done. So, directing the Secretary of BCS and Chairman of CHED to fully implement Republic Act Number 1425, entitled An Act to include in the curricula of all public and private school, colleges and universities, courses on the life, works and writings of Jose Rizal, particularly his novels Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, authorizing the printing and distribution thereof and for other purposes. Whereas Republic Act Number 1425, approved on June 12, 1956, directs all schools, colleges, universities, public and private, to include in their curricula courses on the life, works, and writing of Jose Rizal, particularly his novel Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, which are constant and inspiring source of patriotism with which the minds of the youth, especially during their formative and decisive years in school, should be suffused. This memorandum orders takes effect immediately after its issuance. It is done in the city of Manila this 26th day of December in the year of our Lord, 1994. Next is CHED Memorandum Number 3. It was given upholding exacting consistency to Memorandum Order Number 247 out of 1995. In the year 1995, CHED Memorandum Order Number 3 was issued enforcing strict compliance to Memorandum Order Number 247. Enclosed is a copy of Memorandum Order Number 247 dated December 26 from the Office of the President of the Philippines. This memorandum also was a strict compliance therewith is requested. Republic Act Number 229, a demonstration disallowing cockfighting, horse hustling, and joy ally on December 30 of every year, and make a board of trustees to assume responsibility for the best possible festival of Rizal Day in each district and contracted city and for some other purposes. So, President Quirino approved this act on June 9, 1948. It contained in this law are Section 1, 2, 3, 4. It is said in the Section 1 that cockfighting, horse racing, and joy ally are hereby prohibited on the 30th day of December of each year, the date of the martyrdom of our great hero, Jose Rizal. Section 2. It shall be the official to duty of the mayor of each municipality and chartered city to create a committee to take charge of the proper observance of Rizal Day celebration of each year. Section 3. Any person shall violate the provisions of this act or permit or allow the violation thereof shall be punished by a fine of not exceeding 6 months or both at the discretion of the court. Section 4. This act shall take effect upon its approval. And that's all for today. I hope you learned and got some information about all those Republic Act or Rizal laws. Again, we are the Group 1 and thank you for watching. God bless.